You mentioned in a previous episode that not caring what other people think of you is our greatest superpower. How do you get to that point?
It is absolutely your greatest superpower. Whenever you stop giving a fuck what other people think about you, nothing can hold you back, because that is why we don't take action the majority of the time. We're worried about what our parents might think. We're worried about what our friends might think. We're worried about what some random jerk off online might think about us. But when you just stop giving a fuck and you do what you know is right for you, you're free. That's why it's such a beneficial thing to acquire over time. Now, it's not easy. I used to have really bad anxiety about this, especially as I started doing this podcast and I started seeing what people were saying, because not everyone loves us, nor should they. The shit that I say, some people are not going to vibe with, and it's being okay with that. But it was definitely something I had to work on. And whenever I realized how beneficial it was to just let go of what other people thought about me, it motivated me to continue doing it. But that's how you do it, is by letting go, realizing that it's not a big deal. It's your brain overreacting like the brain loves to do, which is why being present and also practicing meditation and stuff like that are such powerful tools, is because you can gain control of your mind and be like, hey, you're being irrational right now just because Tommy Fuckboy69 or whatever on TikTok said some shit about you. It doesn't matter. I don't know Tommy. Tommy's probably a loser. Either way, I don't give a shit. But that's the reality of the situation, is that our mind is always overthinking, and we think that things are a bigger deal than what they really are. 99% of our problems are not real problems. There are problems that we created, and we can also choose not to take them as seriously as what our mind wants us to. So the best way to do this is to just start putting in the reps. Start putting shit out there. Start doing shit that you know most people aren't going to agree with, and leaning into it whenever that uncomfortable feeling comes, where it's like, oh my God, this person said I'm a bald piece of shit on YouTube, which has happened. He's right. I am bald, and I'm probably a piece of shit as well. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But either way, it's just leaning into it and realizing that it's not a big deal. Not everyone's going to like you, nor should they. You don't like everyone. There's not a single person on this planet that doesn't get a little annoyed by other people. And there's just some people that you're not going to vibe with. And also, some people just suck. So you go live your life. I'm going to live mine. And that's just the reality of the situation. It's not a big deal. But it's leaning into it and doing things that you know other people are not going to agree with, and just being okay with it. That's what I did. That's what I would recommend everyone to do. It still kind of sucks. It's not like something that I think completely goes away. You're still going to get a little insecure at times maybe, but you don't take it as seriously. You realize that you're being insecure about something that doesn't really matter, and you go, okay, well, this isn't a big deal. And you just let it go. And by let it go, it's literally that. You just
frozen, baby. Let it go.
Well, what would you recommend?
You have to make a conscious decision to not care what other people think. And I think a lot of that comes from, lack of self-confidence too.
Yeah, but it's that feeling, right? Like you can say, yeah, I shouldn't care what other people think, but there's something inside of you that's anxiety that's going, oh my God, this person doesn't like me.
Almost like a need to be accepted.
Yeah, it's a need to be accepted, which is natural. It's a natural human instinct, because you want to be accepted by your tribe. So you want your tribe to like you, because 1,000 years ago, if your tribe didn't like you, they cast your ass out and you died. You needed them. So of course you want people to like you, because that betters your chances of survival. But nowadays, you really don't need them. You don't need it. And there's way too many people, and you're never going to meet them anyways. And outside of your immediate circle, who cares?
I had a friend tell me one time that, you're writing a book that no one's ever going to read. And it's your everyday life, because you're the only person that knows what you do on a daily basis. Other people might see highlights of it, but you have to live with yourself on a daily basis, and you know everything that you've got done that day.
Yeah.
So how do you get to that point? Just understand that no one's living in your shoes, and that it's you, and you want to be the person that you want to be. And that's powerful enough.
I think it's also important to realize that you're going to fuck up, that you're not perfect, because no one is perfect, which means that not everyone's going to like you. That's just, it comes full circle every time. You have to be okay with people not liking you because you're not perfect. No one is. No one knows what you're doing. They don't know the amount of work that you're putting in. And it's also acknowledging your own victories, acknowledging your own successes. Okay, this person said this. Well, I know that I'm trying my best. And that's all that matters. It's having that self-love and knowing that you are trying your best and that you are a work in progress. You're always becoming someone better. And that's all you can ask for. That's how I would deal with it, though. Lean into it. Lean into that anxiety that comes about. Realize that you're taking this way too seriously, that the opinions of others are just their opinions. It's in their head. It doesn't have any actual reality to it. That's just something that they're thinking, and they're allowed to think that. But it doesn't actually mean anything.